So you just get your real estate license. Here are the top 5 things that I would do to get your business off the ground. Hi, my name is Jeremy Fuse, co-founder of Impact Real Estate here at Arizona. We'll do about 250 retail transactions and 100 flips. And I want to go over when you first get your business started, how do you launch your business and so you can hit the ground running. So if you're currently in real estate school or if you just passed your test or you're still testing, think about these 5 things so you get your business going as quick as possible. Let me preface this. If you are working with another team or a mentor, disregard, really lean into who you are taking advice from. And so if you are using a mentor or a team, do whatever they say. If you're going in solo, then here are the 5 things that I would do first. Number 1 is I would make a list of your top 100 people. These are people that are already in your sphere, that already know, love, and trust you, that you can reach out to and say, hey, I just got my real estate license and I would love to earn your business when that opportunity arises. Now, this isn't a sales call, right? So I call it, you want to rekindle the fire. And so you might have people on this list that you haven't talked to in 6, 7, 8 months, right? And so you want to call them and use what we call the Ford script. You ask about their family, their occupation, their recreation, their dreams. You go through this script. And at the end, you either book an appointment to get coffee, grab a drink, hang out, whatever it is, and you introduce them to the idea or the fact that you are now in real estate and you want to do everything possible to earn their business, right? And so you write this top 100 down and you go through it and you literally call or text every single one and you cross their name off the list. Coming up with this 100 names might be difficult at first because you're like, holy cow, that's a lot of people. What I did was I used my social media and I would scroll through my friends list. Are they worthy of being in that top 100? Are they that close to me that I know if I were to ask for their business, they will help? One of the biggest things that agents want to discount is the people in your life. They actually want to help you succeed. They want to see you be successful. And so asking for their help and asking them for their business is by far the most powerful thing that you can do right when you launch in. Don't let your insecurity of not knowing what the heck you're doing hold you back from reaching out to people that already know you, already love you, already trust you. They want to help you and they want to see you succeed. I guarantee it. Number two is you do an announcement post on social media. Okay, you want to announce to your entire social sphere that you are now in real estate. You ask them, what in the world do I have to do to earn your business? That is an okay question to ask. And again, don't fall into your insecurities of not knowing what you're doing. That is okay. If you have a team, if you have mentors, if you have someone in your life that can help you get through a transaction, you will be okay, I promise. And if you don't feel comfortable, you really should think about joining a team or hiring a mentor. Like you should. But when you post on socials, it's announcing to the world. And you are going to get a lot of congratulations, a lot of I hope you succeeds, a lot of well wishes, a lot of those types of things. And you want to engage with them and drag out a conversation as long as you can. So if someone says congratulations to you, you want to obviously like that post, reply to that post, and really start a conversation with them and go back and forth as long as you can so you can start to build that relationship. Number 3, I would export all of your contacts on your phone. You export them into a file and you pick a CRM. You have a CRM that you use that I highly recommend you using. It'll keep all of your contacts organized. You take your phone, you upload it into the CRM, and you go one by one contacting them, or we move them forward. We call it moving it forward. You're either going to contact them or delete them, right? You have to use your own judgment on which one is better for you. If it's a crazy ex boyfriend that you don't want to talk to, then just delete them. If it's a grandma that you should have connected with 6 months ago, reach out to them. If it's a friend from high school that you haven't talked to in 10 years, reach out to them, right? A lot of people, they're held back by the idea that their friends from high school or college or from a long time ago they don't want to hear from you. And that is such a limiting belief. 9 out of 10 times that friend, when you reach out, is going to say, hey, thank you so much for calling. And it's going to feel amazing. And once you really start to get the ball rolling, you're going to get those more and more, and it's going to be an easier call. The very first call is going to be the hardest. But don't skip this step. Don't be the agent that skips the people already in your phone to cold prospecting, because you don't want to come off as salesy. You don't have to come off as salesy. All you have to do is reach out to them, ask them about their friends, their family, what they're up to, what do they do now. And naturally, the way the conversation will go is they're going to reciprocate, and they're going to ask you, hey, what are you up to now? And then you say, man, I just got my real estate license. I'm so excited. The market's crazy. And I'm just here and willing and ready to help as many people as I possibly can. And that's how you go about it. But you download that and you go through every single person in your, we call it a database. Once you upload it into your CRM, it's now your database. And you go through every single one and you do something with that person. You don't skip them. What happens is if you're going to depend on this phone to reach out to everybody, you're going to find yourself scrolling through your contacts and saying, nah, don't want to reach out to him. Don't want to reach out to her. No, she's crazy. No, he's an idiot. Whatever it is, like you're going to skip people. And so you put them all into a CRM and you go into your contact and you do something with them. You move them forward. You schedule a coffee. You call them on the phone. You text them. You send them an email. Or you delete them. And then you set up a task, so you do it every single quarter. So you at least do it 4 times a year, and that is one of the strongest ways to really start building your database. Number 4 is I would select your 3 lead gen levers that you are going to focus on, right? And so your lead gen, we call them lead gen levers. What that could be is social media, open houses, cold calling FSBOs, door knocking, going to events, past clients, sphere, mailers, farming. There's all different kinds of things that you can focus on, and you want to select your 3, at least 3, that you want to focus on. When you first get started, pick 3. On our team, we do 5. But so if you want to focus on social media, you need to make sure you time block in detail what you are going to do on social media. If you're going to be cold calling FSBOs, you want to time block what time of the day am I going to call FSBOs. If you're going to be knocking, you want to time block, okay, I'm going to go knock this neighborhood at this time on this day, right? But it's important that you select 3 and you start leaning into those and you start training on those. You find other people in your neighborhood, in your market center, in your brokerage, on your team, wherever, in your network, who are doing those at a high level, and you plug into anything that they do. You call them, say, hey, can I take you out to lunch and pick your brain on how you do this? Hey, do you guys see you're doing that training? Do you mind if I pop in? Hey, this, hey, that. You get in contact with people that do it at the highest level in your network, and you really pick their brain on how to achieve it. But these 3 things you're going to focus on, and that's what you're going to obsess about. If you're going to pick social media, you're going to obsess about learning everything you can about social media and having conversations and building relationships. If you're going to focus on calling, you're going to learn every freaking script. You're going to learn how to cancel it expires. You're going to learn how to call FSBOs. You're going to learn how to circle prospect. You're going to learn how to call pre-foreclosures. You're going to learn all these things because that's what you're going to focus on. And so picking your 3 lead gen levers is going to be super important so you can really start to build your business outside of your sphere. Okay, your sphere is going to be that top 100 that you already made a note about in the very beginning. After you're done working your top 100, that's when you can start to venture into your cold prospecting, which will be your 3 lead gen levers. Number 5 is I would start to discover your brand. Right? We live in a social world. We're all over Google. We're all over social media. We're all over the internet. We want to start understanding who we are as a person and who we want to be perceived as. And so if you want to be a luxury agent, you start acting like a luxury agent, and you need to understand what that is. If you want to lean more into being educational and being a little more to the point, you need to understand what that takes. If you want to be funny, you need to lean into being funny. You lean into who you are as a person, but you need to start discovering for yourself, who are you and what do you want to represent as a real estate agent? Are you going to be heavy detail oriented? Are you going to be more charismatic? Are you going to be clever and creative? Are you going to be someone who is a YouTube specialist? Are you going to be someone who is a social media specialist? Are you going to be someone who is a FSBO specialist? Are you going to be somebody who works with their spouse and you guys are now the spouse team? Are you going to be somebody who really leans into sports because you love sports and you're going to be the NFL realtor, whatever it is, right? But you start leaning into who you want to be as a real estate agent, and that's who you start to display on your social channels. For me, I'm very organic and I'm very much being comfortable who I am every single day. Like I wear my hat backwards, I'm wearing Vans, I got tattoos. I will go on a $1 million listing appointment dressed just like this. I might turn my hat a little forward, but I'm very comfortable in my own skin being who I am. And so that is my brand. I'm very much me on social media. And so you want to start to understand who do you want to be? Who do you inspire to be? Who inspires you out online in the real estate world? Who can you learn from? And how can you connect it to who you are as a person? The one thing you don't want to do is start pretending to be something that you're not, because people will see through that 10 out of 10 times. You don't want to do the fake it till you make it. You want to be humble, you want to understand who you are, you want to understand your skill sets, and you want to understand what you want to accomplish and what you want to achieve and how you want to achieve it. If you start acting like someone else, it's not going to get you where you want to be. You need to be authentically you, and so understanding who you are is going to be super, super important in your brand. We are a brand. We are a walking billboard for our business. Guys, those are the top 5 things that I would do. I'd write down your top 100. I would do your announcement on socials and have as many conversations in socials. I would export your phone and put it into the CRM. I would choose at least your 3 lead gen levers and really lean and start training into those 3, and I would start to discover what my brand is. Those are the top 5 things I would do when you first get your real estate license and you want to hit the ground running and launch your business as fast as you possibly can. Thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like and subscribe. Again, my name is Jeremy Fust, Impact Real Estate. See you guys later.